Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly. I'm so glad you guys are here. I had picked up this Pat McGrath Star Wars mini palette. This is the Sith Seduction palette. And I've never used it. I bought it, I think it was, I don't know if it was on sale or if it was just available to purchase, and it might have been the only one that was left from her Star Wars. I'm gonna call it a collection, but I mean the big palette was a re-release. It was just the same packaging for a different palette, which not everybody knew about. Anyway, the other one, I think this was like the C3PO looking one, was pretty, but it wasn't available when I purchased this. And I purchased it at the same time I picked up their last, was it like a 6-pan palette a couple months ago? Anyway, I thought we would play with this because these are all shimmers. And I hardly ever wear shimmers anymore for a variety of reasons, mainly because I'm a lady of a certain age and I'm not a professional makeup artist, but I think there can be something actually very pretty about a shimmery look. And since I have a little bit of time, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna play with this. Maybe I'll even dip into my Scott Barnes face palette if I decide I wanna keep any of these on, if I wanna go forward with it. So I'm just gonna go, it's left to right when you open up the palette. I'm gonna start with a brush and then maybe, and I'm gonna do each of the colors. We'll just do 2 and then 2 and then we'll end with 1. And maybe that will actually be, maybe that last one will turn into something more. But I actually wanna see this. I've never done like live swatches before. And I thought this was actually a good way to kind of check out the formula and to see, are we missing out? So I just picked up some. I have just foundation on my eyelids. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation that I had touched up my makeup because I filmed something else earlier. And I just wanted to take that just on my sponge, just over my eyelids, just to give it something to grip to since we're looking at all these shimmers. All right, so this is the first shade, just all over the lid. While it's a little subtle for me, I don't hate it. I think it's actually potentially could be very pretty once you get, you know, the mascara on. I might actually take a little bit of another shade to deepen that up a little bit. Let's try it with a finger just over the top. What does that do to the impact of that metallic? Oh yeah, that's pretty. So this is a, you know, a shimmery metallic. It doesn't appear to be any kind of like duochrome. It's just a pretty sort of taupe champagne-y shimmer. I'm not unhappy with the way my textured old AF eyes look underneath it. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I'm cleaning off that brush and we're gonna go into the dark shade next to it. That's this one right here. It's kind of a, well, it's a blue. We're gonna start with kind of picking it up with the brush here. It almost feels like it's, I mean, it's pretty crumbly in the pan, which means I probably would benefit from spraying it down. As opposed to just trying to go directly onto the lid and pray that it doesn't get everywhere. Yeah, it's pretty darn crumbly in the pan. I didn't see anybody else's reviews on this. To me, when I first saw this, this was, it's an accent palette. But I've been picking up a lot of like matte palettes lately. And if you've been on a matte kick too, sometimes it's good to have a little bit of something to throw in there to amp something up to date night or to take it to the next level. Now that I've got that mostly applied, I'm just gonna kind of blend out the edge just a little bit without adding any more product to it. Kind of wanted to see if I could get away with just wearing strictly a shimmer and not much more. It almost feels very editorial to be able to do that. And of course, I'm fighting with smaller close-set hooded lids anyway. But after packing that on a little bit, I'm not getting any kind of void in my eyelid. I don't know if you guys are seeing that or not, but I'm not getting really kind of any void. And I wouldn't just leave it the way it is. I do have a boatload of fallout underneath right now. Let me grab a little brush here. Yeah, that just kind of smeared that fallout all under my eyes, but that's okay. Yeah, you know what? I like that shade. It is so dark though. I'd have to do something lighter on it and I kind of want to blend it out, but I actually like that shade and I need to do something underneath. Otherwise I've just completely lost my eyes. I look like I've changed nationalities here. Okay, we've got 2 down. Let's take this off and come back and we'll play with the next one. Okay, back. It's probably gonna be kind of a short video, huh? I am super excited about this kind of coppery color in there, and I changed brushes. Should apologize, you guys, on that last one with that blue. I did not apply it with my finger on top of it, mainly because I didn't feel like I needed it. Again, I used some of the foundation just kind of all over my lid, hoping that it would give it a little bit of a tacky grip before it dried down without being like a full-on eye primer, sticky eye primer. Right. I feel like I'm getting a lot of like chunks in this palette. Have you guys heard that from other YouTubers, other content creators playing with this? Maybe somebody who's actually a professional. Are they getting chunky with this? All right, in all honesty, I do love this color. Would I leave the house with it just kind of all over my lid? Maybe. I probably would maybe blend it out with a little bit of bronzer or some other matte eyeshadow that I have on. I'm wearing this orange dress right now, so I can see how that would actually be kind of fun, but is it too redundant? Like wearing the same shade on my lid as the same shade on my body? Is that too matchy-matchy? Okay, now that I've got that on applied with a brush, I'm actually gonna take a little bit of it on my finger. It is so creamy to the touch. This has gotta be like a cream to powder formula. It's gotta be. So I'm just I'm pressing it into the lid. I don't feel like I need to do that for the void. I just wanted to see if that would amp up any kind of the metallic at all. I think they apply equally as well. You maybe get a little bit more of a dense press in it, but I don't mind it. Here's the thing with close set hooded eyes. You guys that are like me know that you can do beautiful colors and do intricate work, but as soon as you open your eye, you're gonna lose most of it, unless it's up above that hood. And I think that's not a horribly unflattering shade, and I think it looks pretty good with brown eyes. All right, let's switch over and do the green. That's the next one on this. So I am gonna try to clean up my brush a little bit, and then we're just gonna flip it over to the other side, and I'm going in with the green. Super excited. If you guys are not new to my channel, then you'll know I absolutely love green eyeshadow. I don't wear it very much, like in my day-to-day, but when I film and I do a green look, I'm like, oh, I love that. It's so pretty. And this is a great shade. This is like a green with a gold reflect in it, and I've already gotten fallout on my cheeks. This is giving me like forest floor vibe, forest canopy, forest, I don't know. This is beautiful. I love this shade. I'm starting to see that I could apply some of these darker shades as either an accent color or a liner, but I almost like the idea of, for date night or for something edgy and fun, doing it all over the lid and then doing a pop of that lighter color. I think it could be super fun and kind of unexpected and pretty, but yet super simple. I love me a simple monochromatic look. Call me basic. All right, so I've just kind of packed that on with just this flat little tiny baby brush, and the opacity is great. Let me dust off some of that fallout. All right, let's try a little bit of it with the finger too. So we're gonna take a little bit of this, and I'm just gonna press it over the top. Does that make any difference? I'm not seeing a huge shift in either of these last two shades. I felt like I got a little bit of it with the first one, but maybe I get more gold when I use my finger to apply it. I don't even know. This natural light, this open window thing may not be the best situation. I love that shade. I need more. I mean, I need something lighter in it. Maybe not all the way on the inside. It's dramatic, right? I'm just gonna use my finger to blend out this edge here a little bit. See if that, softening that up makes a difference. Of the two, I mean, without mascara and without eyeliner, without anything else, I think I like this one a little bit better than this one. This one is, I need to add mascara and stuff. All right, let's take this off. We've got one more shade in here. We're gonna start with that, and then maybe we'll end up with like a complete, like full look by the time this is done. I'll be right back. All right, you guys, we are back, we're cleaned up. I did start with a little bit of the, what did I use? The Thrive Cosmetics 360 degree eye lift. I did go back in again with a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury foundation on. This one is in shade 6, just in case you were curious at all. So we're gonna start with this shade right here. It's the very last one in this palette, so I'm just loading up. And I feel like you can't dig into this because it is this kind of putty formula. But let's start just by packing this on the lid. This is my favorite shade. You know that TikTok sound that I can't seem to find that's like, this is my favorite one. No, this is my favorite. No, this is my favorite one. This taupe, what would you call this? It's like a taupe shade, but with gold. I love that. If I'm gonna wear one shade all over my lid that's a shimmer, this is gonna be the one. I love that. All right, we're gonna load this up on the other eye too, since that's gonna be the beginning of our look, and then we're gonna add some more shades to it. So if I were to rank these, I'm gonna say the very last shade, this taupe shimmer, is my number 1. I'm gonna say the green is my number 2 shade, followed by the blue is my number 3. Then the rust color is my number 4 shade, followed by the lightest, almost like champagne shimmer is gonna be my 5th favorite shade in this palette. Mainly because that's not one that I felt like I could wear all over my lid and leave the house. To me, that champagne-y shimmer is my inner corner highlight. I'm gonna put it on right now, as a matter of fact. I'm just flipping this brush over. I'm gonna grab a little bit of it in the front of my brush here, and we're just gonna put a little pop of it right there. It might be too dark for some people to do as an inner corner, but I actually like that. I don't like things that are too optic white. That to me just looks weird, but I like that. All right, this taupe shade, absolutely. You know what, for fun, we're gonna put it on with a finger too, because that's what we've been trying to do. Do I feel like you need it? Nope. I feel like you can keep your fingers clean and not even use that. This is a great shade. I love this. Yeah, 100% my favorite shade. Immediately, yes. All right, let's take I'm gonna add a little pencil brush here. I'm gonna go into this green, because that's my 2nd favorite shade. And I'm gonna put a little bit of it on right here, because that's gonna deepen up that eye look a little bit. I am getting ready to go somewhere, and it's gonna be earlier in the evening, but then I gotta go, then we're gonna be out. Like, my husband's band's playing, and then he's playing for 3 hours. We're gonna be there early, and then we gotta tear down really fast and go to my stepdaughter. She's in this Pink Floyd tribute band. Very, very, very good Pink Floyd tribute band. And they're playing at a sold out show in one of the big theaters in town. So we're gonna go. After my husband's gig, we're gonna skedaddle on down as fast as we can to the other one. All right, I love that. I love it with the green. I love that taupe is beautiful. I'm just gonna take a little bit of it more. I do wanna go in with a bronzer like I was saying earlier and soften up that top ledge. Love this. Don't you love it when you're all of a sudden you're like, hey, I'm gonna have a good makeup day. I'm gonna take this shade right here in my Scott Barnes palette, one of my least used one. This one's called Diced. And I'm just gonna basically work this into my crease a little bit here, which is gonna hopefully blend and soften the look of all that shimmer. And we're just gonna kind of keep working it in. And take a little bit of it just a little bit further down. This brush is maybe a little bigger than what I'd like it to be for the area that I have to work with. I don't have a ton of real estate, you guys. 100%. Yeah, love that. All right, so the key there was taking it down just a little bit further. And then I'm gonna just clean this brush off, and then we'll blend it out a little bit. I don't think you need the Scott Barnes palette to get this kind of, usage out of it. I would say, go grab a better bronzer from Physicians Formula at the local drugstore if you don't already have one that you like. I just happen to like this one because it's a cool toned, like a contour shade, which I kind of wanted to continue the look of this kind of cool tone look. Need a little bit more of this last color here. I'm gonna put this right here. Might have blended away some of the sparkle or covered it up a little bit too much. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's been so long since I've done an all over like bright eye look like this. Not bright, shimmery. Taking a little bit more of that green. Sometimes I do this, I blend and layer. And Pat McGrath is known to be very artistic with her shades, and I'm just not. I want to look better than what I normally do. That's the whole point for me wearing makeup. Do I need to do a little black eyeliner? Last time I did black eyeliner in a video, got a little crazy, but we're gonna take a little bit of it right here. Just along the lash line. And as soon as I get mascara on, I know I will be thrilled. So the funny thing is I wasn't gonna actually wear this today. I have another palette that I'd been dying to film with, but I keep putting it off. I was gonna use that. That was gonna be the, I need to grab a clean brush here. That was gonna be the palette that I used for the rest of the day. And now I'm playing with these. I don't know, it feels fancy. I like it a lot. All right, I feel like I need to grab some down below. What shade do I want to use down below? Do I want to use the blue? That might be kind of fun. Yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of this blue, again, just on the tip of a pencil brush. And I already have a little bit of the green dragged down here. So this is gonna give it even more of a, almost like multifaceted, the brown or the green and the blue. At least that's my hope. And I feel like I got some of the bronze in my lash line. We're gonna take this light shade right here on the tip of this brush. I don't know if this is gonna work. And I'm gonna just stamp it onto my waterline. Yeah. It's chunky enough that I would say be very cautious about doing this, especially if you're a contact wearer like I am myself. I don't know how long that's gonna stay or if that's gonna float into my eyes, but I like that effect. All right, let's put some mascara on. In fact, I'm gonna use the good stuff. Going back to my IT Cosmetics, we're gonna put on some good mascara. Be right back. All right, you guys, I am back and I'm gonna be 100% honest here. I've been sleeping on this palette because I thought, you know what, it's an all shimmer palette and I don't wear a lot of shimmers. And for whatever reason, this is fun and different. I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4 shades out of this 5-pound palette, plus a bronzer, just to kind of soften it. But I don't even know that you can really see the bronzer. I just feel like that kind of toned it down just a little bit once you got up on that hood. I'm trying not to get too much light on that hood because frankly, that'll just make it pop out more. And I kind of like to have it recede a little bit. This ended up being darker and smokier than I would have thought. And it's maybe too much for daytime just because it is so shimmery and sparkly. But I think with the rest of the makeup being kind of muted, I did use the Charlotte Tilbury Peach Pop blush today. And again, the Scott Barnes palette for a little bit of contour. I got kind of combination of lip stuff going on. But anyway, what do you guys think? Did you guys end up picking up this little palette? If so, did playing and doing live swatches and coming up with a look, did that help you guys at all? If it's still available, are you gonna pick it up now? I don't know. I have a couple little palettes that are just like all shimmers that I use and I keep kind of at the ready just for an accent color. A couple of them are actually Revlon ones that I picked up from the drugstore. What are they called? Something lights. Anyway, I like them just to kind of be able to press on when I need a little pop of something. But as far as like using an all shimmer eyeshadow to get like a full look, I feel completely comfortable with this. I'm not even going to put on any more eyeliner or anything. I think for the event that we're going to, I just don't think I need anything extra. I mean, it's extra. it's already extra. I gotta get this out of my hair, you guys. All right, you guys. Well, shoot, that's it for today's video. Not super long. I hope you guys are doing really well. Let me know what you think. It's been a long time since I've played with some Pat McGrath. I feel like it's been a couple months, so this is fun to dip back into it. I hope you guys are doing really well, and I hope you guys consider sticking around. Until my next video. Bye for now.